1 year ago, the American people had just decided the election. Tonight, a hot-button issue in the campaign is still burning hot all across the country, including here in Nebraska: immigration. Last night, senior reporter Jake Wazakowski showed us how federal agents are cracking down on undocumented immigrants. And tonight, a follow-up. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Griswold.
And I'm Craig DeGrelli. The attorney for a Mexican family invited us to go to court and follow the plight of a teenage boy. Here's Jake Wazakowski and what he discovered.
We're here at the Dodge County Courthouse for what immigration advocates say is another example of how families are being unnecessarily torn apart and costing taxpayer money. A 15-year-old boy will find out where he's going to be placed in the Nebraska foster system.
The government orphan by immigration.
In 2014, he and his father Juan were legally allowed into the U.S., crossing the border under asylum in Mexico, even though ICE knew the father had been deported before. Immigration attorney Tom Campbell represents the father, who was charged with an unrelated misdemeanor. That case has since been dismissed, but he was still deported. Now the son is in DHHS custody, and they're figuring out where he'll live.
Our tax money is being essentially wasted. 4 different groups I've just named have to provide services unnecessarily in a situation that the government essentially created, wherein it let the father come in legally and then simply deported him.
The 15-year-old stayed with his father's friend for 4 months and is now living with an uncle. The Department of Justice says in the fiscal year of 2016, 239,000 new notice to appear cases were filed in U.S. immigration court. And from January through June of 2017, that number was almost matched, with 219,000 new NTA cases. Omaha numbers for the first half of the fiscal year were not available yet.
If this continues, we will essentially have double cases filed with the immigration court that already cannot handle the caseload.
We received a lot of feedback through social media on the immigration issue over the last few days, and here's what you had to say. Eugene Palmer says they should have come into this country legal, not as illegal criminals. And a lot of them had 7 to 10 years to become legal citizens. Stop all the free handouts. Marissa Rodriguez adds, oh, so that means all whose ancestors arrived in the Mayflower will be deported too. So basically all of the U.S. except the natives. Steve Strawn responds, so they had no qualms when they broke their family up coming here and sent for them later. I feel as much compassion for them as I do someone robbing to put food on their table. Both acts are wrong and both show the lawlessness in this country. Reporting from Fremont, Jake Wazakowski, 3 News Now.